I know there seem to be hundreds of trig identities, but in calculus, these are the really key ones. If you know these, you'll be very successful. You, of course, have the fundamental relationships that we've already gone over. You also need to know the squares. So sine squared x plus cosine squared x is 1. 1 plus tan squared x can be rewritten as secant squared. And 1 plus cotangent squared x can be rewritten as cosecant squared x. Also know your sum and your sum identities. Sine A plus B is sine A cos B plus cos A sine B. Now I know a lot of you have memorized sine A minus B and you always get confused. This is what I recommend you do. If I have sine of A minus B, rewrite that as sine of A plus minus B, and then plug into this. So this is sine of A, cosine of minus B, plus cosine of A, sine of minus B. And your signs will fall out for you. This is sine of A. Cosine of minus B is just cosine of B. Now the sine of minus B is going to become negative, so cosine A sine of B. I do not have the negative ones memorized. I just memorized this one right here. Same thing for cosine. Now for the double angle identities, this one is essential. We'll use it all the time. For the cosine double angles, basically, yes, you have to memorize all three different versions. And you use the version that makes your life simpler. So make sure you understand these. So let's look at this identity here and let's see if we can make this true. I can replace tan squared x plus 1 with secant squared. And I can replace 1 minus cosine squared x with minus sine squared. Now secant squared is 1 over cosine squared. And I'm going to put this over 1 just for symmetry's sake. So this is minus sine squared x over cosine squared x, which is minus sine x over cosine x squared, which is minus tan squared. More often than not, I'm going to give you something like this. Now, let's look at this. This is sine A plus B. All right. Now, let me rewrite my sine A plus B is sine A cos B plus cosine A sine B. Now, in this case, A is 3 pi. And B is minus x. So this whole thing becomes sine of 3 pi cosine of minus x plus cosine of 3 pi sine of minus x. Now I kind of already did this one, didn't I? It turns out this doesn't matter because that's 0. So that whole term goes to 0. So cosine of 3 pi is minus 1. Now sine of minus x is minus sine of x. So this becomes sine of x.